Every day, the airline industry moves millions of people across the world. It connects cities, supports global trade, and makes modern life possible. Without it, the global economy would slow down dramatically. It is one of the most important industries in the world. And yet, it is also one of the most difficult industries to make money in. Despite their scale, airlines have historically operated with profit margins of only around 3 to 5% in a good year. In fact, several of the largest airlines in the United States, including American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and United Airlines, have gone bankrupt at least once in the past. So how can an industry this big be such a difficult business? At its core, the airline business is straightforward. Airlines sell seats on flights. They transport passengers from one place to another. But the economics behind that model are not simple. Airlines operate with a key constraint. Their product cannot be stored. Once a plane departs, any empty seat is permanently lost revenue. It cannot be sold later. In many cases, airlines need planes to be 70 to 80% full just to break even. This creates constant pressure to fill every flight, and it forces airlines into a system where efficiency is critical but not always sufficient. The airline industry is difficult because several structural forces limit profitability at the same time. Let's break it down. First, airlines face extremely high fixed costs. A single aircraft like a Boeing 737 or Airbus A320 can cost between $90 and $130 million before discounts. On top of that, airlines must pay for pilots, crew, maintenance, insurance, and airport infrastructure. They also depend on large workforces, many of which are unionized. This adds pressure through wage negotiations, potential labor disputes, and the risk of operational disruptions. Even when planes are not full, these costs do not go away. During COVID-19, major airlines were losing tens of millions of dollars per day just to keep operations running. Airlines don't lose money slowly. They lose money fast. Second, airlines have very limited pricing power. Competition in the industry is intense. Most major routes are served by multiple airlines offering nearly identical services. For example, on popular routes like New York to Los Angeles or London to Paris, customers often choose based on price rather than brand. Low-cost carriers like Ryanair and Southwest have pushed prices even lower, forcing traditional airlines to compete. Today, customers can compare hundreds of flights in seconds using platforms like Google Flights or Skyscanner. As a result, price becomes the main deciding factor. Even well-managed airlines cannot fully escape this pressure. Third, airlines constantly deal with a mismatch between supply and demand. Flights are scheduled months in advance, but demand can change overnight. For example, after the 2008 financial crisis and during COVID-19, passenger demand dropped sharply, in some cases by more than 60% globally. But airlines still had planes, staff, and fixed schedules. They had to keep flying, often with half-empty planes. Airlines must guess the future, and they are often wrong. Fourth, airlines are heavily exposed to external costs. Fuel alone typically represents 20% to 30% of total operating costs. When oil prices spike, profits can disappear quickly. They are also exposed to currency movements, airport fees, and government regulations. A small change in costs can erase profits overnight. The airline industry does not struggle because demand is weak. In fact, long-term demand for air travel continues to grow, driven by globalization and rising middle-class populations. The real problem lies in the economics of the business itself. High costs, limited pricing power, and unpredictable demand all exist at the same time. Together, these forces create a system that is incredibly difficult for airlines to make profit.